Hi, Andrea.
Hello, hello. Welcome,
And so we're
everyone.
here. Well, we'll just give people a chance to join us while we relax a little bit. Hello for those persons who are on. Hello, please share the link. Remind your friends and families that we are live and we are waiting on you to come on in because we have lots of details to give to you. Come on in, come on in. Let me see if I can.
We have someone looking in, I see on our YouTube, and thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining
please,
us.
please state in the comment in the chat box where your name, and where you're joining from, so that we can give you a shout out.
I know some of you will be looking in on the replay. We're just here and we're excited to share with you how wonderful last week was. Last week was successful. I wish that all of you could have actually been there in person to hear the speakers. It was quite a dynamic experience, and I believe that we really did leave an echo. We really did leave a mark at
Exactly.
Plantation. Who is this?
Exactly.
Anna Kay. Welcome in. How
Hi,
are
Annika.
you?
Annika. Welcome in, Annika Sinclair. No, Annika's daughter was
Oh
a
my
speaker
goodness.
at the event, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, but we're just waiting for persons to join us. I'm not sure if
Yes,
you
I
can.
love Abigail. Oh my goodness. If I could have kept her, I would have kept her.
it would
I
be
don't
it
want
would
to
be a
start
competition between you
kidnapping,
and
but
I.
if I could have kept her, I would have.
It would have been a competition there, Andrew.
Oh yes.
So in the meantime, let me share this video. Let me share this video with you. Don't miss it. Join us this evening at 8 p.m. on our special edition of the Beyond the Voices podcast, an exclusive live recap of the Voice Masters Global Speakers event. We will relive the powerful moments, inspiring messages, and the behind the scenes highlights from our phenomenal speakers who lit up the stage. Andrea Adams and yours truly, Charlene Clark Curo. So tune in, be inspired, and see why this was a global event to remember. Beyond the Voices is a podcast that allows you to speak up and to be heard. Voice Masters, your voice, your power, your potential. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the conference that we had last week. So, for those of you who are already here, last week was our, well, to be exact, Saturday. It was Saturday. Saturday was our first speakers conference, Voice Masters Global Speakers Conference, that was held at the Island Space Caribbean Museum in Plantation, Florida. We had approximately, let me not give you an approximate number, but we had what, eight or 10 speakers who graced the stage. The beauty of that conference, though, Andrea, was that we had some children who also were part of the speakers group, and they did exceptionally well.
Oh yes.
And the theme for the conference, of course, was Echoes of Greatness, where every voice leaves a mark. and each speaker brought it. Each speaker made sure that their voice was heard. Each speaker ensured that that mark was not only left, but it can never be erased. And it was powerful. And so we're here today to just give you a little recap of our conference that, was held on
November
November
1st.
1st, 2025. It seemed like it was just yesterday, but it seems like it's so long. All right, listeners, viewers, why it seems so long to me is that we are already in planning and preparation mode for our next events. And just before, because what you don't see is the behind the scenes. You all don't see the behind the scenes. And the behind the scenes is always happening when we are together, whether virtually or in the same space. We can be at an event, planning the event, decorating, and still talking about another event. That's how our mind go. And of course, it keeps us on our feet. So just before we came on live, Andrew and I were discussing about our two other events that we will be hosting. One virtual summit, and that will be held in March, on the 7th of March, 2026. And another event, of course, our second conference, speakers conference, which will be done in Atlanta on the
7th November.
7th of November. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. So here we are talking about our virtual or in-person conference that was held on November 1st, but it seems so far away because already we're in preparation and planning mode for the next, right? And if you missed the conference, you missed something, but here's it. You are able to watch the conference on YouTube. It will only cost you $15 to watch the recorded conference, the full conference on YouTube. And before we go any further, we would like to say a big thank you to Supreme Vibes Radio. They were our main sponsor for the conference. And not only that, the children walked away with trophies courtesy of Supreme Vibes Radio. The children also walked away with a gift. Each child received a gift card courtesy of Supreme Vibes Radio. So we would really like to say a big thank you, heartfelt thank you. We have to show gratitude when persons join hands and heart and forces to ensure that someone else's dream come through. And so the children were supported by Supreme Vibes Radio. And we had other sponsors. I'm not sure if you're able to mention some of them. One of our youth speaker was sponsored by some other organizations and persons. Do you remember any of those persons, Andrew? We could quickly
Well, I'm quite
mention
familiar with Chris Dan Enterprise, so that's why I
them.
remember that. But the others, I would have to pull that information up if I could place my hands on it.
Right. Right.
Let's
So we want to say thank you. Thank you to all the persons who sponsored one way or the other. Thank you to all the persons who joined us. And for persons who were not able to join us, hey, you still have an opportunity to hear and to see, except that you will not be seeing it in real time. But you still have an opportunity to hear the voices that echoed and made their mark felt. You still have that opportunity. Just $15, and you will be given the link to watch the entire conference that was recorded. Andrea, if you
Yes.
talk about what made it for you, let me put you on the spot. If you were to talk about what was the highlight, the biggest highlight for you on that day, what would that be?
Wow. So, as Jaden would have said, highlights. Highlights are important. He did speak about highlights, and I can say there were many highlights that day. So it's difficult for me to pinpoint one, but I can say one of the things that did stand out to me was the involvement of the kids in terms of just showing Coach Eric. gratitude and love and pouring into him. They were so, I would say, authentic when they were given the opportunity to just hand over that token of appreciation to him. I think that that moment was one of the most touching moments within the entire conference because the emotion and the love that they poured into him, their words coming, it was not scripted. It was just coming out raw and pure, showing how much they appreciated the time that he put into them. He worked with them week after week. Every Sunday evening, they were meeting and they were able to develop their speeches and be able to bond and become closer. So just seeing them in person and showing, actually, even as youths, being able to express themselves, express their appreciation, express their gratitude, that moment really stood out to me quite a lot.
Awesome. And as we are here, I want to share with you that we have one of the youth speakers joining us in studio. And we'd like to hear from this individual her perspective of the event. Let's welcome Abigail Sinclair to the stage. Abigail, welcome, welcome, welcome to
Thank
the
you. Hello.
discussion. Now, for those of you who don't know and would have missed the conference, Abigail Sinclair was one of the speaker. Abigail, do you want to share what you spoke about on the day of the conference?
Yes, I would. My presentation was titled My Pain, My Purpose, My Journey of Unbreakable Strength and Faith. My speech was all about pain, how to cope with it, and also about chasing your dreams. The conference was very nice. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about the conference. Anybody I meet, it's always the conference, the conference, the conference.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. And how has it been since you've returned? Now, viewers, listeners, Abigail traveled from Jamaica to Florida to be a part of the conference. How has it been since you've returned to Jamaica? What is it like there for you? Like, what are people saying? What is the feedback like for you? I believe we've lost Abigail for a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. So let me give her an opportunity to rejoin. But I want to share, let me share. We spoke about Jaden. So let's look a
I
little
wish to
bit
be an excellent doctor.
on, sorry, that's Abigail. So we spoke about Jaden. Jaden is coming along, but let's look at a little bit at Abigail's delivery. Abigail, what she spoke about, just a little bit. We're not giving you too much because we want you to go and purchase your ticket to see the conference. Here's a little bit of Abigail's presentation.
I wish to be an excellent doctor who can help people who are dedicated to man. One we have to compare with a look which will never fail to avoid going through the medical struggles I have gone through. I want to become a doctor because I met someone who told me not to make my pain my purpose, not to make my pain turn me to a shell of myself or my disability, but instead I chose to use my pain to help others. I was changed by my pain. It made me more brave, more humble, more resilient, and more compassionate. Becoming a doctor will take 8 to 10 years of dedication, and I am ready. I will be a doctor who brings hope and healing, who listens with empathy and experience. I will be a doctor who brings hope to everybody around me. I want to be the kind of doctor children look up to, a superhero in their eyes, I want people to hear the word doctor and remember me as someone who cared and as someone who made a difference.
All right, and that's Abigail, Dr. Abigail. Let's call it, let's speak it into being.
Oh,
Dr.
yes.
Abigail, she wants to be a doctor, and we are going to speak it into being because of course, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So you were sharing with us that Jaden spoke about highlights just before Abigail joined us and how people can use highlights to improve their life. I don't remember what you were saying because Abigail came and I was just so eager to introduce her to our viewers.
Oh, yes. I was just talking a bit about young speaker Jaden Burrell. His piece was, I can't remember the word for word title, but it was about highlights. And highlights is a thing that you use within art to bring out the beauty of it, to bring it to life. And he did his speech using the highlights of art and comparing it to how you can apply highlights in real life by being kind, by acts of kindness, by being considerate, and just giving someone a compliment or sharing with someone, paying it forward, things along that line, they all can be looked at as highlights. I thought that that comparison was beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't want you to say it. I don't want to say it. Let us present Jaden, give a little bit of what Jaden spoke about. Viewers, here is Jaden Burl, our speaker, one of our speaker at the Voice Masters Global Speakers
It
Conference.
holds a deeper meaning. That something is highlights. Now, in art, highlights are bright spots. They're where the light hits on a shiny cheek, a glowing surface, and a glassy eye. At first, it may seem like just a technique artists use to make things look more realistic. But highlights do way more than eye shine. With, Without that, a face looks flat, a shape still, and a scene can feel kind of lifeless. But for just the right touch of light, the whole image starts to pop up from the page, and it tells a story. But here's the twist, and the part I'm really excited to share with you. Highlights don't only belong in art, but belong in life too. Think about it. In the same way we add highlights to a drawing, we bring it to life. Every kind action, every encouraging word, and every creative idea we share, that's a kind of highlight. It may seem small, but just like in drawing, those sort of right moments can make a huge difference. Life, just like art, has shadows. Sometimes you go through challenges, things get hard, and people feel sad, lonely, or unsure. And when there's no highlights, things can feel heavy or flat.
Okay, and that is our young speaker Jaden about highlights. And we met Abigail, but Abigail is back. Hi, Abigail, are you hearing us?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. We
Yes,
know
ma'am, I'm
that.
hearing you loud and clear.
Awesome. We know that there might be a little bit of connectivity. So you were sharing with our viewers what how your friends, your peers, how you were being received after returning from the Voice Masters Global Speakers Conference. How is it at school? You should be a superstar right now. They should want you to speak about everything.
It that has been happening. So I some of my family members, I've been told that while they were watching, they were listening to my presentation and they started to cry. They
Oh
saw my
wow.
improvement and
Mm-hmm.
that really touched me. People
Mm-hmm.
at school, that's a whole different story. I'm getting teachers randomly coming up to me and and just asking me questions, and that has made me feel like all this practice is what made me be able to say today I am better in all that I do.
Awesome. Awesome. And you did say that you want to become a doctor, but that is one of many things that you will become because I know that you will continue. use your voice to heal, impress upon the world, and motivate the world because you have a powerful voice. So I know that becoming a doctor is one of many things that you're going to achieve. You have power within you. And on that day, it was illuminating the room, the entire room, your poise, your voice, your confidence. And there's no other way direction for you than to go forward. Yes, you did an awesome job. And you enjoy being there though, apart from the professional, presentation and the professional conduct. Did you enjoy yourself as Abigail, a child, at our
Yes, I did.
conference?
I really did. Because this conference has given me an opportunity to learn to have more friends in that I know in person than rather than just online friends or friends that I would have known because we go to the same church or go to the same school. It was
Mhm.
very fun. It was very fun just talking and being around the other speakers. There was some very interesting debates and other things that went on behind the scenes. It was
We
very
know,
fun.
we were told.
Many different conversations and debates, different games, and a bunch of different things happened. Like for example, there was I think yes with Miss Andrea, we did a little video saying that we back up me and Jaden were backup dancers to get Auntie
Right.
Ants. It
Do
was
I
very
have that
fun. We got our
video?
Auntie Ants. It was very nice.
Let me see if I have that video. If I have the video, I am going to share it. I'm going to share it. But let me put you on the spot now, Abigail, before we let you go. It's late and we want to thank you for joining. But here is my final question while I search for that video. What was the biggest takeaway for you from being at that conference? What was your biggest takeaway?
One of the biggest things that I would say from that conference is when
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Miss Andrea,
Mm-hmm.
just listening to her speak. She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't using any filler words, she wasn't struggling in speaking, and her message came across very powerfully. It was very impressive to just hear her speak.
Okay.
Her with
Go ahead.
especially what she was speaking about. It was very nice listening to her speak and how we can use or we can change our own path. It was very
I
nice.
appreciate back, Abigail.
I believe I found the video. Let me see if I can share it before I send home Abigail. Hold on. Don't move. We're going to share. You can't talk about a video and we don't share it with our viewers. Hold on. Let me share this video. So, Abigail, we are going to share with our viewers that you and Jaden danced with Coach Andrea for what? What were they dancing for, Coach Andrea? Tell me.
Auntie Annie's.
And here is the evidence, viewers.
I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore. Since you came into my life, you are my love like the sun, and I'll never let you go. You're my all of me.
All right. So, Abigail, tell me, did you get your Auntie Annie's? Is Auntie
Yes,
Annie's,
I
right? Did
did.
you get it?
Yes, I
Awesome.
did.
Awesome. Abigail, thank you for joining us in studio. We do wish you will have a great week at school next week and a great week. A great week. Thank you for stopping in, and we're looking forward to seeing you again. Just note that we'll be having our virtual conference, and our next in person conference is in Atlanta. Perhaps at that time, you and Jaden will be dancing for something else. All right. All right, Abigail, bye.
Bye. Thank you for being here.
And so viewers, we want you to understand that even though the children were immersed in what I want to call an adult atmosphere, we allowed them to be themselves. And if they could enjoy it, come on, it's something that was like the theme said, echoes of greatness, where every voice leaves a mark. And so we allowed them to leave their mark by using their voice, because we oftentimes tell our, and I keep repeating it, right? Telling our children to shut up, and muting our children, and then they become adults without a voice. So not only did they share their voice, did they leave an impact, but they enjoyed themselves as children, because we do know that they are children and we treat them as such, even though they're placed in a position to inspire, empower, impact, impress upon the world just by using their voices. So, Andrea, let me see if I can answer the question I asked about you and Abigail. What was the biggest thing for me at that event? No one thing. The biggest thing was just the fact that we were under one roof. We were all working together towards achieving one goal, and that it was to motivate, inspire, and impact. I was able to meet Coach Eric Sean, who coached the children who spoke on our stage, and they were trained by through Global Kids Speak. So if you have children who, and Andrea, speak up. I'm always speaking for Global Kids Speak. That's how we are. We speak for each other. So I'm gonna allow her because I'm a talker. So let me just be quiet.
That's fine. So, yes, Global Kids Speak. If you do have any children between the ages of 5 to 18 years old, please do reach out to me at Global Kids Speak. Go to globalkidspeak.com, and I would encourage you to get your kids on the program. Now, we're here right now on Voice Masters podcast, and I'm telling you, if you think that the kids are on fire, you have to hear the adults. I'm just going to take the opportunity to encourage you. We have a wonderful program, and that's for adults 18 years and older. And that's we're actually, why am I getting a brain block? Master the Art of Speaking program. And when you're done with that program, you'll get a certification. You will also get speaking opportunities to be able to speak on stages, both virtual and in person. So I'm encouraging you to check our website, voicemasters.biz, and sign up now for the Master the Art of Speaking course, where you get the opportunity. It's a 3-month course. You get a certification at the end of the course. You're able to learn how to, as Abigail spoke earlier, she spoke about pause fillers. That's something we teach you. We teach you how to speak and eliminate pause fillers, how to use critical thinking, do research, how to present, etc. And that's for adults, and it's only $4.97. That's something that you would be able to take with you for life, and it will help you with your job. It can help you just generally to be able to overcome shyness, because as we all know, public speaking is one of the greatest fears, but we have a secret here. It is actually a secret. It's not said much, but public speaking can be mastered. So I'll encourage you to check voicemasters.biz. And if you're 18 years or older, we are training. Our next class starts on the 4th of December. So please do check it out right now. I believe, do we have any packages, any way you can pay in parts, Charlene?
We do have packages. So when you visit our website and you sign up for the Master the Art of Speaking and Writing for Impact, there is a section where you can state whether or not you want to what package you're interested in. So we do have packages, right? The course is $4.99. The course is $4.99 for 3 months. And not only do we train you, but we do give you an actual stage to speak on. So our master or conference or summit or virtual summit is coming up in March. Will be on March 7th, 2025. Of course, we
26.
will be 2026. Yes, 2026. I'm not stuck in 2025, 2026. So we will be selecting persons from that training cohort to be a speaker on that platform. And then we will have our virtual summit or in-person conference in Atlanta in November, sorry, November 7th. And of course, again, we will give those persons who train with us the opportunity to speak on the stage. So not only you are trained by powerful speakers who are authors, trainers, speakers, and then again we're mothers, sisters, friends, right? We're everything, but we are also giving you the opportunity. So it's not just you just paying your money and we forget you. No, you're given the opportunity to speak on our stage. Now, you've heard Abigail shared with us that her biggest takeaway was Andrea Adams' speech. So, guess what? Here's a little piece of what Andrea spoke about.
At this level, we are selfless. We understand that it's more to this journey than just us. Our journey is no longer us. Our journey is we. When we understand that we are all connected to the universe, whether you are a dog, a cat, a tree, whatever it is, we're all connected. Some people say, well, it's not we. There are people, what about the people in the other planets, aliens? We don't know. But if they're there, they're still connected to the system somehow or the other. We're operating at a different level. You're operating as you in your decision making. So when you make a decision, it's not just about how it will affect you. How does it affect everyone? Those things are beautiful. And knowing this should help you to be able to step and move, to make choices that you know will impact others, because it's about leaving a legacy. You cannot leave a legacy, I, or me. You cannot make a legacy. Kids. Some people are, well, it's all for my kids. No, it's not only for your kids, it's for everyone. We are all connected. We are all love. We're all part of the universe.
All right. And she's lost. She was like,
I was enjoying my own speech.
no, no, listeners and viewers, remember, if you missed it, you were not with us, you still have an opportunity to watch the entire conference. We're not doing it justice, believe me, it was beautiful. You have an opportunity to watch the entire conference just by paying $15, and you get access to the recorded conference on our YouTube channel. We have in our studio Shirley Brown Smith, who is also a founder of Voice Masters. I'm not sure if she's ready to join us on stage. As soon as I see a camera open, and that will tell me she's ready to join us on stage to share with you, our viewers. Of course, she did open her camera. She's like, girl, I'm always ready. Here is Shirley. Here is Shirley Brown Smith in green. Hi, Shirley. Welcome. You're muted.
Hello, and thank you all. It's a pleasure being here today with you unique and wonderful women.
We are all unique and wonderful. Listen, we were all there to let me see if I can share a picture of us together. Do I have that? I don't. Well, I will find a picture to share. But here is Shirley Brown Danze. Smith. She is a TEDx speaker. She's a trainer. She's a co-founder of Voice Masters. She's an author. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a sister. She's a friend. She's everything we all are. All right, Shirley, if you can share about our conference, November 1. What was your biggest takeaway, and what would you like to share with the audience about our conference?
November 1 was fantastic. I don't want to say amazing. I said so many times, but it was off the chain. If you missed it, you still have the opportunity to see it. Just pay the $15 so that you can have access to that. But if you were in the place, you would have felt the energy that was there. We had so many wonderful speakers there, youth speakers, adult speakers. Everyone did an awesome job. Words cannot explain the impact that was shown that day, the energy that people felt in the room that day. You just had to be there, but you still get the opportunity to experience at least some of it if you purchase the YouTube video. You have to get it, you have to watch it for yourself. I cannot tell you the impact that we had in Florida. So make sure
Mhm.
you get the video. You have to see it.
And from the children, I told you I would have found a picture. I have it, I have everything. I have evidence. What do they call it? They call it evidence or they call it something else? What do they call it?
Receipts.
Receipts. There you go. I have receipts. Shirley, four children spoke, and for you, well, I don't want to say, what would you say about our young voices that graced the stage that day?
The young voices that graced the stage, everyone was unique. Everyone had a very powerful story. And just listening to each person step up to the mic with the confidence that they had, and to be able to still tell their story from their heart without any feelings of, we all get a little nervous sometimes, but you would not have recognized any sense of nervousness. They were confident in what they were talking about and sharing their story, and then connecting with the audience to let them know how their story tied into their actual experiences that they had actually gone through in life. So I enjoyed each speaker. Charlene, Andrea, I enjoyed each one of them. All of them were very powerful speakers, which says a lot about your program, Global Kids Speak, as well as Coach Eric Sean, who's actually been working with the children. But I think everyone was very proud of their performance and how they handled the mic and how they handled themselves. I have gotten feedback from some of the people who were actually there, and they just talked about the impact and how the children spoke up and how they told their story and how they graced the stage. And so it was very impactful.
Awesome. Awesome. And we were sharing with our viewers that our next conference really will be our virtual summit, and that will be in March. Well, to be exact, March 7, 2026. And of course, they all have an opportunity to speak on the stage. It's an investment, but it's very low because we are not known to, charge or ask for too much, right? But they all have that opportunity to invest. All right. What do yes. Oh, so do remember, now you have the opportunity to purchase. To register, you can go to our website and you will get access on how to register, or simply reach out to us at Voices of Masters. I can put the information there. Voices of Masters at gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp us. Our numbers are on the website page as well. There are ways you can. We are on Facebook as Voice Masters Global, on Instagram Voice Masters Global. You can reach out to us and we will get back to you. You can register for our Mastering the Art of Speaking and Writing for Impact. Our class will commence on December 4th, 2025, and that's just $499 for 3 months, and you will be glad you did. Anything else you want to share, Andrea, while we're here?
Yes, one other thing, if you don't want to take the class, but you want to have a community, become a member of Voice Masters Global, where you can have continuous access to voice training. You can have continuous access also to, well, we have different tiers. In some cases, if you become a member, we will be building your portfolio. We you find gigs in terms of speaking. We add your portfolio to the website. We have meetings every other week where we're doing voice training. This is not for a certification, but this is just as a member. You can check the website, voicemasters.biz. The information is there. I believe there are 3 different memberships groups, and they each offer more than the other, like being featured in our newsletter, being on our website, also us going out depending on your specialty to look out, reach out to corporations to try to find you speaking gigs, etc. Also, as a member, whenever we do have a conference, in some cases you may not have to pay to speak. In some cases, you may get a ridiculous discount. You wouldn't be paying what everybody else is paying, but you also get a networking opportunity, an opportunity to become part of a community. We already have quite a few members in there already, and it's a really great place to network, to grow, to be able to learn from each other. And that's it. I encourage you to join our network. If you're already a seasoned speaker, you may not want to do the 3-month course, but you might want to be part of our community and have the opportunity to grow and get other speaking opportunities.
Awesome. Awesome. And I have something else. But Shirley joined us, and viewers, here's a little bit of Shirley Brown Smith on the Voice Masters Global Speakers Conference stage. Her stage, by the way.
And of all that you dream and scheme is about it. And if your life seems useless and worthless without it, if you gladly work for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all your terror of opposition for it, if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famine, sickness, and pain, a body of ground, can keep you away from that thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset, oh, with the help of God, you'll surely get it. It's been a pleasure as well as a privilege. Thank you all.
Awesome. Awesome. I don't know if I need to share a bit of me, but let me see if I can find that. I can't find me. I'm sorry. I cannot find. I cannot
Well, we
find
don't give
me.
up. We do not give up, so we will wait.
Here is a little bit of Charlene Clark Curo.
And so she decided to leave him. So those are two stories. What is the difference between the two, though? Both women left the man that they loved. The last story, though, was my story. I left him. Not because I did not see him as my equal, but because he did not have ambition. And do you want to hear something? Today, he is still a chef at a street side restaurant to date. But the difference between the two stories, one person decided to take along the person whom she loved and cared for, a man. The other person decided to abuse and run away from the person who cared and loved her, a man. And so when we love our men, we see them differently. We do things differently. We care for them differently. And we understand how to treat them differently. We allow them to express their emotions. We allow them to say, honey, I just need your shoulder to cry on. We allow them to be human beings. And when they step outside of being a human being, we don't understand why. So let us do it differently. When I was pregnant.
Okay. So if you want to know what happened when I was pregnant, go and purchase your ticket. Purchase that ticket. Purchase that opportunity for $15 to see all the adult speakers. There are others, but guess what? Our time is out. We have to go. This is it. So our time is up, but it has been a pleasure to join you all. Remember that it's just $15. But here is something I'm throwing in. Can I throw something in? Text WhatsApp or text us at 786-490-3452 if you would like to become a part of Beyond the Voices group. Now, we will be having our scheduling, or I think it was bi-weekly meeting, and these bi-weekly meetings free for you. So if you're interested, WhatsApp us or text us at 786-490-3452 to join our Beyond the Voices group, and you will be a part of our bi-weekly meeting. We'll be having different type of speaking engagement. It will be fun, will be exciting while you learn. You will have us hosting these bi-weekly meetings, and then you will also have inside access to our products and services. And yeah, you will get to become a part of Beyond the Voices, Voice Masters rather, and you will have first row seats. That's what they call it, first row seat. And you'll be able to grow, and as we share with you. So viewers, I want to thank you, and I will each of us will give you our parting message. I want to thank you so very much for joining, and again, big up to all the sponsors, all persons who sponsored Abigail's trip from Jamaica to here. We really appreciate you. Big up to Supreme Vibes Radio. They sponsored the event. Like I said, each child walked away with a trophy courtesy of Supreme Vibes Radio, and also a gift card courtesy of Supreme Vibes Radio. So big up to Supreme Vibes Radio. If you're not listening to Supreme Vibes Radio, type in Supreme Vibes Radio in Google and make sure you join them. They play good music. My parting message to you is, do not quiet your voice when you have a voice that can impact the world. Let your voice be heard. I turn over to you, Andrea.
Okay, so what I'm doing quickly as you were speaking, I was pulling up the notes that I had on Abigail's sponsorship so that I can take the opportunity to thank First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Witham Park, New Testament Church of God, and the WPNTCOG Youth Adult Ministry, Chris Dan Enterprises, Apple Kings, St. Peter Claver Primary School, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Baby Cress, Kiwanis, the Kiwanis Club of South St. Andrew, Balance and Compliance Enterprise Limited, and Altertech Solutions. Thank you all so much for your contribution, for really and truly just pouring into a youth and pouring into tomorrow. This is just like paying it forward. I want to say a special shout out and thanks again to Coach Eric. We cannot ever replace time. Thank you so much for taking that time to train the youths week after week. Faithfully, you turned up and you showed out, and we see the results. And I want to thank Voice Masters Global for having Global Kids Speak as part of the event, for giving us the opportunity to be highlighted in a place that we would have only had the opportunity had you given us at this time.
Any parting words for you?
Thank you. Thank you all. Also, the audience.
Of course.
Parents, I forgot the parents who contributed and supported the kids. Also, anyone that supported the event in any way, those who came in, purchased tickets, whether it's in person or virtually. We can't do this without you. So closing words is just continue to be great, continue to be amazingly you.
Okay. Well.
All right. I would like to say thanks to everyone. It was a great experience. Thanks to the keynote speaker, Miss Carlotta Taylor. And we had some other amazing speakers there. Your friend, Andrea,
Miss Carolyn
Carl,
Wilson.
Miss
Dr.
Carolyn
Carolyn
Wilson. So,
Wilson. Mhm.
yes, I didn't want to mispronounce her name, but certainly we want
She
to thank
wasn't
her as
just a
well.
speaker. Remember that she was with us the night before, helping to set up the event. How could we forget that? Thank you, Dr.
Yes.
Yes,
Wilson.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So she
Yes.
did a lot. She did a lot. So we
Yeah.
certainly appreciate that. And overall, we appreciate everyone, even the people behind the scenes. So
Oh,
just
yes, we have
grateful.
Nikki. The decor was
Before, yeah.
beautiful.
So we had a lot of support. So grateful for that, everything. But I just want to say that overall, I think it was an awesome experience. It's wonderful being here again tonight with you all, just sharing and doing a recap. And I don't want to spoil it for the people who have not seen or have not gotten the opportunity to just experience just a little bit of it. So again, it's a pleasure being here. Take the time, purchase the tickets for $15 so that you can view the overall show on YouTube. So you still have the opportunity. Don't sleep on that. And again, if you truly want to learn how to use your voice, surround yourself with people who are doing the things that you truly want to do at a high level. So we are here. We have the program. You need to take advantage of that, and we will work with you, regardless of what stage you're in. You are in the process. We can help you with that and bring you to where you really want to be. But it's a great experience. Again, we all know what we need. Sometimes we don't want to invest in ourselves to get the things that we truly need. This is an opportunity for you to do that. So go to our website, reach out to us, and let's start the process. And again, that's all I have. I know our time is up. Thank you all for watching us this evening, and you all have a blessed night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.